What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. And in today's video, we're recapping LaMelo Ball's preseason debut last night with the Charlotte Hornets. And I'm going to show you all of the detailed information on why he had one of the best games out of all the rookies this year. Let's go.
And I'm hanging out with my dude, AB the Hero.
What's up?
We getting it down in the Ball State, baby.
Hey,
AB, way to get out on the lane. How you get out on the lane?
what do you thought about that, Jay?
I like that. Yeah, I told you, he's a hustler for it.
Let's go. I'm out.
First off, I want to start by saying shout out to all of the 140,000 people who tuned in last night to watch that game with us. It was epic. The chat and everything was dope. And this video is for you all, right? Because I understand that my dog Melo did not score last night, but I want to give you the information so when you go out like I will have to do and explain why my dog was hooping and why he is not going to be a bust. I want you to have that information, so we're going to get detailed with last night. I'm giving you my thoughts and opinions and all that stuff. All right, let's go. Okay, so first things first, last night was the moment that we all were waiting for, like for a long time. You've been watching Melo since high school like I have. JBA, Spire, Australia, Lithuania, that last night was what you were looking for, right? And to me, I do not think my dog disappointed. All right, so he walked away in 16 minutes. Now remember that 16 minutes, he walked away with 0 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. Now the 0 points is something that a lot of folks are going to be alarmed about. He was 0 from 5 from the field. And I could see how that might jump out to a lot of y'all, but you got to understand that my man on the boards was immaculate. But let's break this down. When you compare LaMelo Ball's performance last night to, let's say, some of the other top PGs and guys who kind of got drafted around his position, you will see that everybody else played at least 4 or 5 minutes more than Melo played and had a similar shooting night, right? Melo took 5 shots. You look at a guy like Anthony Edwards who took 9 shots and made 2 of them. Anthony Edwards also played 10 more minutes than Melo did last night. Now, if you can, I believe that you give Melo an extra 10 minutes, he can knock down 2 shots and have a similar shooting night to Anthony Edwards. You look at a guy like Cole Anthony, who 3 shots he knocked down off 10 shots, but also played 20 minutes. Killian Hayes, one of the point guards who a lot of folks felt like his game is comparable to Melo's, touched the court 2 for 7 from the field, but also played 21 minutes. So it's so crazy to me that in 16 minutes, yes, my dog did not score, but he did so many other dope things. All right, so in a game where the Charlotte Hornets lost by about 10 points, my man LaMelo ended up with a -1 on the plus minus. Compare that to other point guards around his age, Cole Anthony, who ended up in a -20 in a game that the Magic won by 4 points. Compare that to Anthony Edwards, who ended up with a -17 in a game that the Minnesota Timberwolves lost by only 2 points. So I say that to say my dog affected the game in a positive way, right? Obviously they lost, but he only played 16 minutes. You could see as you watch that game, he began to get more and more comfortable, and the highlights were on full display. And as if you watch that game, you know, or you've seen social, or you watch any of the NBA stuff, the passing and the assists and the dimes that Melo was dropping last night was by far like kind of he stole the show with some of his passes. It's much similar to his brother in Summer League when he kind of was dazzling folks with some of his ability to facilitate the ball and all of that stuff. This also scares me about Cody Zeller, because I believe that if you're going to be able to handle these passes from LaMelo, You got to be an athletic finisher in order to do that. We seen Miles Bridges be able to do that. We seen Bismack Biyombo be able to do that. And I think that Cody Zeller, who ended up not playing as much as a lot of the other starters, showed a bit of a weakness, not being able to finish strong and athletically off some of these Melo dishes. While the passes were what was the highlight of the night from Melo, I believe that where he truly shined at was on the glass, right? And now when we go back to this thing, my dog walked away with 10 boards. 10 boards. And while he did not out rebound the entire NBA, some guys put up some stellar rebounding nights, and most of those dudes were big power forwards, centers, and all of that stuff. Nobody rebounded as good as he did with the amount of time he was on the court. You have to understand that even the DeAndre Ayton played like 22 minutes last night and got 14 rebounds. My dog got 10 rebounds in 10 minutes of play. Harry Giles, 14 rebounds, but also in like 26 minutes of play. My dude showed up last night on the boards, and if you watch my pregame recap, you know that I said this. I said where I believe he was going to surprise people was on the boards and also on the defensive end, where he looked pretty good as well last night. To me, if you look at the intensity that he plays with, it shows up on the rebounding end. Rebounding is about effort. Defense to me is also about effort. The difference though is that while sometimes you can be naturally inclined to grab a rebound, in order to translate that defensive effort, you also have to have basketball IQ. And I think that is something that Melo will continue to grow at. He has the effort and the want to be a great defender and a great rebounder. And as he adds this NBA defensive IQ to it, I believe he's going to shine like no other on that end of the floor. So in 16 minutes, 10 boards, 4 assists. All 4 of those assists were immaculate passes. Had also some dope dimes that ended up not getting knocked down as well. But all in all, I believe that he had a stellar night last night, and to me lived up to the expectations for your first preseason game, for your first full live game in almost a year. I feel like he did a damn good job. When folks talk about him potentially being 6'9", 6'8", 6'10", grabbing some of those boards last night, he looked like that might be true. And as I said earlier, man, we were on the stream last night watching this game. Had about 140,000 folks come through and watch that with us. We'll try to do that as much as we can throughout this season. I believe Jello plays tonight. We might even watch a little bit of that. So make sure you stick around, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because not only will we be watching these games, but we do jump on the live and just discuss the fam and all things LaMelo, Jello, and all of that stuff. Folks, this is your main man, AB the Hero. I am out. Peace.
Let's go. I'm out.
Straight up.